What's good, boys, girls, and all the in-between? Welcome back to the Dog Days Podcast, Episode 5. We are your hosts. I'm Joey. We got Wyatt Briggs.
What's going on, guys?
We got Scott Engel.
How's it going?
Cub Turcott.
Howdy.
And Austin Bell.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back. It's good to see everybody. I got the topic this week. We're going to be talking about some sports. So here's what we're doing. We're going to break it down. We are going to work together, but also debate and figure out as a team who we believe is the best of all time in the MLB that's ever played, the best to ever play in the NBA, and the best to ever play in the NFL. So we're going to figure this out together and come to a conclusion. And then there's two more steps after that we're gonna break down. But that's the first step, so we can get started. Let's start with the us being baseball guys. Let's start with the MLB. Some of the people probably mentioned will be Babe Ruth, Willie Mays, Mike Trout, Ty Cobb, Ted Williams, Randy Johnson, whoever else you guys think. But anybody can jump in if they want to start us off.
Well, for some reason, I didn't hear Yadier Molina on that list, but that's okay.
That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, there's
all right. I can start us off with a guy.
Go ahead.
Big, tall, right-handed pitcher.
Oh, boo! Oh my God, dude! I should have guessed.
Hey, the PO's got to pick a PO, huh?
Nolan Ryan.
Hey, he played for the Mets, the Anaheim Angels, Houston Astros, Texas Rangers. My boy, Nolan Ryan.
Okay, well, pitchers aren't athletes. You know that, Briggs.
I would say,
he hit a home run in his career.
Yeah, I would say that Nolan Ryan's an athlete just purely based on the fight that he got in. That dude is terrifying.
Absolutely.
So here's why I pick him, though. Not just because of his amazing records, strikeouts, no-hitters, shutouts, perfect games, all that stuff. He wrote a book with Tom House. And I read that while I was in high school trying to get recruited by colleges and stuff like that.
You know how to read, Briggs?
Barely. There's a lot of pictures. But I read that while I was, trying to get recruited and stuff. And it really kind of made me think about, not just mechanics, but what you do to get your mechanics better and what it actually takes to be a pitcher. So it talks about a 3-link chain. So that chain would be your arm, your core, and your legs. And you're only as powerful and as strong as the weakest part of that link or weakest part of that chain. So, it really kind of helped me as a growing baseball player in the hopes of, continuing with my career. On top of that, he's just obviously I think, in my opinion, best pitcher we've ever had in baseball. I mean, yeah, a lot of walks and all that kind of stuff, but you look at how many perfect games he's had, you look at how many strikeouts he's had, it's just unreal how much he dominated the game.
So I looked up lists of top baseball players to ever play, and I don't think he was top 50 on any of the lists.
Well, that list, all those lists are wrong. That's all I gotta say.
But those lists are kind of whack. I was looking at some, and I was like, "What the heck?"
So I will say that Nolan Ryan is arguably one of the best pitchers the game has ever seen, I believe. But as an overall baseball player, Hank Aaron is the absolute GOAT, hands down. You take away his 755 home runs, and he still has over 3,000 hits. And I love that stat a lot.
So is he your pick?
Yeah, that's my pick. I'm gonna lock that in right there.
Okay. So is that all of your that's all of your explanation for him being your pick?
I'd say
I respect that.
As a defender on the side of the defense, he's as good as anyone, I think. But hitting is where I feel like the core of the conversation will come down to, I guess. And so I feel like he's one of the best hitters in the game that the game's ever seen. And yeah, that's why.
I respect that.
But
I think it's a good pick. I definitely think it's a good pick. I think it's a good point of making a point to choose an all-around baseball player defensively and at the plate too.
What do you think, Bill?
I'm kind of go against the grain of what Engel just said because I think, I don't know, the way that my mind works is just all I think about is hitting wise. I think that what you make up for at the plate is just accounts for so much more than what you can account for defensively unless you're middle infielders. But these days, I mean, if you hit 250, you're a great hitter, which I don't necessarily agree with. I think that the game's kind of strayed away from what a complete hitter should be. The best hitter in all of baseball all time is Barry Bonds, and if you disagree, you're an idiot.
I'm on that train.
Well,
man.
Yeah, Barry
Yeah.
Bonds is
You can't deny
steroids. Steroids are not. He did. Yes, he used steroids, but I
You
mean,
cannot deny that.
there's so many other people who also use steroids. Steroids aside the fact, I would say he's also playing in San Francisco where it's so hard to hit. I didn't realize it until I got to college and you get out to play in that type of climate. First of all, that yard's pretty big, and
Yeah.
hitting the ball all out in that thick of air is so hard, man. Like you really crush one and it's going nowhere. But aside from that, is his strikeout to walk ratio is stupid. His doubles, his obviously home runs.
Yeah.
But he is the ultimate complete hitter. He walked so much. Like if it's so impressive how much more he walked than he struck out. I don't have the exact number on me because
So
obviously
it's funny
we
you
didn't
bring
know the
that up.
topic.
It's funny you bring that up. There's a YouTube video out there where somebody did the statistics of if Barry Bonds went up to the plate without a bat, he had one of the best on base percentages of all time
Yeah,
just without a bat.
unbelievable, and which exactly proves my point about the steroids. They don't matter. Maybe they give him a couple more homers and a couple more extra base hits, but his eye and the complete hitter he was is amazing. He's the best hitter because, like the Babe Ruth and all those guys, not to take away from what they did, but the type of arms and, what guys can do with the ball now. Barry Bonds wasn't far off of the guys that we see today. I think the stuff is basically just about the same. And
Some would argue the pitching in that era was better.
yeah, and a lot of it, people talk about people throwing harder. Everybody throws so much harder now.
Mhm.
The radar guns are different now, and they take the ball directly out of the hand. Whereas, like, I watched this thing on Nolan Ryan, and they actually talked about he probably hit like 107 on his best fastball.
Oh, I saw like 115 or something.
Something stupid.
That's
Like,
not right.
but
That's not right.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but
No, a ridiculous amount of ridiculous speed.
yeah, but that's because the radar guns back then were reading the ball by the time it was at the plate. And now, everybody wants to see 100 plus, so they get it at its peak velocity out of the hand. And we use a lot of that stuff at DBU, like all the science stuff and all the edutronics and all that stuff. But yeah, man, Barry Bonds, he's the greatest to ever do it. To watch him hit is it's impressive, because he could do it all.
I agree. I really do think he is right. Like, I don't know, dude. Him and Hank Aaron, I really think are the best hitters of all time.
And the fact that Barry Bonds is not in the Hall of Fame right now is him and Pete Rose.
Stupid.
Garbage.
They need to be
Garbage.
in the Hall of Fame right now.
Even Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, put them in the Hall
I
of Fame
agree.
too,
I mean,
regardless of the steroids.
I would say maybe not Sammy Sosa because of the corked bat. That's cheating too.
Okay.
But the thing is, back when Bonds and McGwire were on steroids, it wasn't illegal back then.
Right.
It became illegal after the fact.
Right.
So it's, they need to be they deserve it. Hitting in the big leagues is impossible. And
Barry Bonds was the first player to actually put one like in the water. Like, I know they have that splash count or whatever, and like some people look at that and be like, okay, that's pretty cool. It's been
Yeah.
forever. But he was the first one to even put one out there, which I think is kind of funny.
I saw a thing on MLB Network a few years back when he was the hitting coach for the Marlins. He was the hitting coach for the Marlins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was back when Stanton was on the Marlins.
Yeah.
And they had a home run derby, him and Stanton and Bonds, and Bonds destroyed him. And he's like, hadn't been hitting in years.
Years.
But he just can
he's
do it,
still on
man.
steroids, so that's why.
He just can do it. He just can hit. Like
No, he can't.
he's the greatest hitter to ever play the game, I think.
Tubby?
You know, Ted Williams is awesome, but you just can't tell me the stuff that he saw is the stuff that they see that Barry Bonds saw. Not even close.
That's true. I mean, but I'll vouch for Ted Williams and Pete Rose. Those are the two best pure hitters, without a doubt.
I would say more so Pete Rose than Williams.
Well, Williams hit 400 in the bigs. You can't.
Pete Rose, yeah, but it was so.
Never
I'm
again.
just talking about era wise and the type of arms and stuff that they saw.
I mean, they saw arms back then. Probably not as many arms as they did, but they saw arms. But I will say, Barry Bonds, you add another 8 Gold Gloves to his resume, and then you add another 400 plus stolen bases. That's insane.
Yeah, that is
absolutely
Right.
insane.
I feel like
all-around player right there.
right. He's
exactly.
He's like, I think by far when it comes to hitting dominance, like unreal, right? But if we're talking like best baseball player to ever live, can we put him as the guy, you know?
Not until 10 years from now when Mike Trout is, but yes.
Yeah.
I'm on that train too.
Yeah.
Me too.
As of
I'll
right
be
now,
there with Mike Trout.
you know, I'm still in the Hank Aaron boat, but I wouldn't mind Bonds because
Staying strong with the POs.
Yeah, but it is hard to argue the fact because I mean Bonds was pretty much positionless, but I mean not positionless,
Mike
but
Trout will be the best baseball player of all time.
yeah, he is. Because he's like talk about
All around 5 tools.
he is Trout is for somebody to hit 300 in the bigs today is mega impressive. And
Plus, you had his
also
ability to field
he's
and all
also
that.
he can run it down, steal it, and he's got a cannon.
How many more seasons does Mike Trout probably have in him?
Oh, he'll play until he's 40.
Limitless, bro.
I would
Limitless.
say 10,
10.
around 10.
See, that's what's tough because I want to put Mike Trout as like the guy, but can we base it off how much he's already played, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Nah.
10 years from now, it will be Mike Trout.
because he could get hurt
Yeah.
tomorrow and never be the same player.
Well, that's
Yeah.
just
Right.
rude of you to say.
What?
That's just rude of you to say.
All right, look, I don't want that to happen to him. I love that guy. I
Oh,
think
But you put that evil on me.
He's got the genes, you know.
Unbelievable, Eagle.
Well, I will say that the only thing that I believe Bonds has on Hank Aaron is the Gold Gloves and the Silver Sluggers.
And the
But
soul.
did they even have Silver Sluggers back then?
Yeah,
Oh.
Honestly, I don't know.
but then you could argue Griffey Jr. because he could do it all too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
if Bo Jackson just dedicated his life to one sport, there wouldn't even be a conversation.
NFL or MLB, he'd be the top guy both sides.
Dude, do y'all remember that show Pros versus Joes?
I do.
Yeah, so Bo Jackson goes skeet shooting for the first time and did not miss a clay.
Good for
It's
him.
dumb.
Wait,
He
so-
can do anything, man.
Crazy.
Joey, so who's yours? Were you
Well, here's the thing. You know, I'm kind of in an interesting position, I feel like. For those of you listening, we all played ball together in high school. So these guys all played in college. I played left bench in high school. So I don't have personally as much experience.
Hey, you saved me against Valley, though. That's all I got to say.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Saved my perfect record. Thank you.
Got you,
Okay,
dude.
Briggs, way to throw that in there.
Yeah, nice plug.
Is a
Briggs
humble
had a
brag. Not
perfect
even a
record?
humble
Briggs
brag.
had a
it's just
perfect
Oh.
record.
just a brag.
You
Just
also
had
threw
to
a
say it.
no-hitter.
And he read
Santa
glove
Fe
at the same
State
time. Here we go, Joey.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think it's tough. I like all of what you guys said. I I want to say Trout so bad, but like you guys said, it's like he's got 10 more years of playing still, so it's kind of tough. I'd say Hank Aaron. I would rule out Nolan Ryan and Barry Bonds from what we said. I like Hank Aaron. Willie Mays is an all-around just ball player.
Yeah.
I think I looked up like some of his stats. Like he led the league in home runs like 4 times. He has however many stolen bases. I can't see. He's got 12 Gold Gloves, 4-time home run leader, and stolen base leader. I just feel like all around that's like.
How many home runs did he end with
in his career?
Yeah. Really had like 5 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, only 500 home runs.
Yeah, only
549 or something like that. 550.
Yeah, at 6
only
612. 650.
660. So that's like
okay. That's a lot because that's not far off of the all-time record.
Yeah.
No. Not
100 home runs for them is what, like 3
seasons.
Yeah.
4 seasons.
2 to 3.
Prime
2 to 3, Briggs. Are you kidding? That's 50 home run seasons. That's
So
50 plus home run seasons.
Nolan Ryan would never give up 50 home runs in a season.
You're right.
All right, so what do you guys feel between let's go between Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Willie Mays? Is that fair? Those 3? Which one do you think?
I got Bonds.
You got the pitchers, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You just can't. It's hard to even throw a pitcher in the mix just because they have to have their own separate category.
Yeah, it's a different side of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll agree with that. By the way, quick plug for Nolan Ryan here. I'm gonna share the screen on what the book looks like that he produced. Nolan Ryan's Pitcher's Bible.
Are we getting paid to show this? Because if not, get it off the screen.
This is free advertisements here.
I just wanted to let everybody know in case they were wondering.
Briggs, this is what every pitching coach in college is teaching, like times 50 now.
I agree, but not everybody's going to college, guy. So I'm trying to help out the little guy,
Yeah, I know. Well, all you got to do is just be like, hey, how do I throw harder on Google? And then
no. Read the book.
Ryan's Bible.
Okay.
Read the book.
All right, dude.
Look at the NBA.
So Bert, are we set on Barry Bonds then collectively or what?
I got Bonds, man.
Nice, Cub.
Is there anybody totally against that?
I mean, I'm with Aaron all the way. So
I'm any of those guys.
But that's
any of the guys we talked
man.
about.
Like
yeah.
The same. Like basically, the argument is like the stolen bases, the sluggers, and the Gold Gloves are what's tipping the scale. Correct?
I like Hank Aaron over Barry Bonds personally.
I mean,
yeah, those
pretty accurate. So, those stats are what's because
my argument is that the difference that Bonds makes at the plate outweighs because his on-base percentage, I would say that his on-base percentage alone accounts for more than what the stolen base and all that would account for with Hank.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fair point.
And not even counting his home runs, RBIs, and slug OPS and all that.
Just so you guys know, we got 13 minutes to talk about NBA and NFL. So
I think we go NFL next.
We're saving NBA for last.
Walked with the bases loaded.
Yeah. No. Hey,
that's true.
Look, I never watched Hank Aaron live. Okay, so there's no way for me to go, hey, I watched that guy and I think he's the best. I look at stats and I like what I see, but I definitely understand your guys' point, and I think you make a good point. And
all right, for time's sake, we're choosing Barry Bonds.
Okay, I'm good with
that.
Love
Barry Bonds. All right, next we're going NFL. We'll save NBA for last because we probably know who that's down to. So I don't know how much NFL you guys watch, but I'll just say some of the names to help us out. Lawrence Taylor, Tom Brady, Deion Sanders, Jerry Rice, Bo Jackson, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, Walter Payton. So yeah, if anyone wants to
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Yeah, Jared Goff.
Bob Goff.
Bob Goff. Oh, man.
Well,
does anyone want to start on this one? Do you guys feel like you know enough about the NFL or no?
Oh, yeah.
For the next
more or less.
Count me out for both these. I mean, I'm not really a big sports guy, as ironic as that is, but
I'm kind of in there with Bell. Like, I think I can kind of speak a little bit towards NFL maybe, but NBA, nah.
I don't know anything about anything. My pick is Bo Jackson because I love Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson's the boy.
He is the GOAT.
Great athlete. Only played like 5 years though. So
All right,
Yeah,
so
because
we're
he
doing
was doing
NFL, right?
everything.
Yeah, Bert, what you got? NFL.
NFL. It's hard to say because it's hard to say. It's hard to not say Tom Brady. I mean, he's the best, obviously, best quarterback to ever do it. But whatever. Anyway, but I am going to say this: my number one pick and the guy who I'd have on my team is Barry Sanders.
The
Barry
boy.
Sanders back in the backfield. He played 10 seasons. 10. And he's like fourth all time on the rushing list. Well, the top 10 played like 15, 16 years. And he decided to go, hey, you know what? I'm just going to quit. I'm just going to quit in my prime. And he ranks fourth on the all-time rushing list. That's insane.
Bro,
the dude was
he
one of the best
ran-
quarterbacks ever lived.
He freaking ran that ball, dude. He would just run fools over. He was
Unbelievable.
in and out.
Yeah. No,
Crazy.
the dude is insane. Dude is insane.
Insane. I might have to go with Tom Brady just for the sake of his dominance. Like dude, with how many Super Bowls he's won, how many playoff appearances he's been to. I mean, he's won the Super Bowl, yeah, with teams that aren't that great even. You know, like obviously Belichick, GOAT, and he's had some players around him, but he's not working with like, I don't know, a crazy team with all-stars all around him a lot of his seasons. And so, I don't know. I just think he's one of the best players to ever live. So.
Yeah, but how hard is it to maneuver through the AFC East the past 16 years?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
every single Super Bowl he's won, he's at a top 10 defense.
And they only won the Super Bowl by like a touchdown or less than a touchdown. About 4 of them.
What quarterback even has 3 Super Bowl rings?
Peyton Manning.
John Elway. Is that true?
I don't know.
Big old
Roethlisberger.
Roger
Yeah,
Staubach.
I
I don't know
hate
if that's
football,
true either.
honestly.
No, Roger Staubach has 2. He has 2.
Hey, leave me alone.
Does anybody else want to chime in on the NFL one?
Dude, I would.
Honestly,
but
so I kind of I
It's
spoke to
tough,
mine a
man.
little bit just a second ago. Peyton Manning, in my opinion, kind of for a lot of the same arguments we were saying for Tom Brady. He didn't necessarily have the best, team of all time every time he played, but he's still able to fight and get teams to championships, whether it was the Colts or the Broncos. So
That Broncos defense was number 1 that year.
hey, fair enough.
They were
Okay,
raw.
I don't know a lot about football.
That's actually, I do know that because
I'm not a
Bill
huge
was
football guy.
sitting at the TV
However-
screaming.
However,
That Colts
I was a
team
Peyton Manning
raw.
fan. I was a Peyton Fanning man. That's all I gotta say.
You're a Peyton
Manning.
Fanning man.
Peyton
Fanning
Fanning
Man.
man.
Yeah.
Thank
Fanning.
you.
Or whiskey.
ESB.
Isn't Peyton Fanning like a young actress?
I think you're right.
She's
I'm gonna-
she's in Bridge to Terabithia.
I think
Everybody
she-
go watch that.
I think she was a former young actress. I don't think she's
Yeah,
young.
she's grown up now.
Okay. I
Briggs
have
is
a
a
little-
Peyton Fanning
I have
man.
I have a biased opinion
Dakota fan.
Yeah.
Don't say Jared
on
Goff.
this.
Jared Goff.
I'm not going to say Jared Goff. All right. We all know he's the best. That'd be too
Right.
easy.
Don't say
All right.
Greg Zerline either.
On
So-
Bill, yeah?
Hey, Greg Zerline is the best NFL player ever. You're right about that. Yeah, he's the best kicker to ever live.
Amen.
Bill Bell.
Okay. Anyways, what I was gonna say is I think that Jerry Rice and Randy Moss are like neck and neck for the best wide receivers in the game. And like, dude, I don't know. I love those two as some of the best NFL players ever. I really do. And it's okay. Quarterbacks are hard because they're so centered around the whole team revolves around them, right? They're the most important position.
Whole game.
Right. And so that's tough to make an argument for not a quarterback, I guess. But honestly, like those guys are so impactful. It's pretty insane.
Mm-hmm.
And
Joey, what are you thinking here? Because I see you shaking your head at everybody.
and so to finish real quick, I
Sorry.
honestly
My bad.
okay. This is a little biased, but I honestly feel the same way about Aaron Donald as Mike Trout, dude.
Boo!
I think Aaron Donald
Boo!
has the potential to be the greatest NFL player ever because he is unbelievable at his position, 100%.
Briggs, how much
He
time
has
do we
the
have
tools.
left?
6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to zoom through the NBA.
So that's all I got to say.
I like Barry Sanders. What do you say we move on? We
All
got
right.
Barry.
Barry Sanders second to Aaron Donald.
Hey,
I'm good with that.
everybody just say a name for NBA. Just say a name.
No,
Don't
we
even
got to
argue it.
debate this one a little bit.
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to say Michael Jordan.
There
Okay,
you
well,
go.
I'll say
That's all you got to say.
Bud Webb, because he could dunk and he was like 5'7".
Yeah, well, he was also
What the hell's
5'7".
Bud Webb?
But he could dunk with two hands.
Bugsy
He had like a
Joe.
40-inch. Oh, yeah, dude. He had like a
Bugs Bunny.
40-inch vert.
Okay, well,
Space Jam.
We gotta say Bugs
the whole
Bunny.
time.
What?
We got 5 minutes now. We gotta.
Yeah. Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, honest picks. Joey, you probably know the most. Who's yours?
LeBron or Mike Jordan? That's probably what we're all thinking right now.
From the
No.
little I know, my pick, just to get this over with so y'all can debate, is MJ.
Mine's Michael Jordan, too. That's no doubt. Like, it's no doubt.
I vote Kobe. Honestly, I really like Kobe.
You're playing.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. in peace.
RIP.
And, you know,
Rest in peace.
yeah. We'll just
Silence.
table that.
I don't know a lot about NBA. Was a big Shaquille O'Neal fan. Followed him his entire career. That's all I gotta say.
You can't honestly think he's the best NBA
No,
player.
I don't. MJ.
Say
MJ.
biggest.
MJ. Biggest.
Goodness.
Yeah. MJ.
Man, it's tough. It's tough. If I had to, like, my gut can't go against MJ for some reason, even though I want to say LeBron, my gut just won't let me go against MJ. So I'm going to have to go with MJ. And I feel like that's our conclusion for the NBA.
That's easy.
We got
Good.
It's
Good.
not
So what
even-
are these last two things that
Yeah.
happened?
What else we gotta do?
so the next step was going to be who's the most dominant at their sport. So, like, is MJ the most, like, more dominant at basketball than Barry Bonds is at baseball?
No,
And-
because
No.
of LeBron. Honestly, like
Yeah.
there's someone there that like you
There's
automatically think of.
And Luka. That guy's nuts.
Luka Doncic?
Yes. That guy's actually
We don't
cracked.
we don't know anything
Dude.
about the NBA. Honestly,
So, can we open this up?
we didn't even say one stat.
I
Can we,
know,
can we
but
open
all
this
I know
up
is
to
that
like
Luka is
Dunking with two
cracked.
hands was our
and shit
best
like
stat
that?
for
Bud
NBA.
Webb's nuts too, but Luka is actually really, really nuts.
Yeah,
Dave
so is
Cook.
Yao Ming.
Yao Ming was good too, but his time's over.
Fair. Fair.
All right.
Greg the leg.
Cub, where were you going with all sports? I want to hear this.
Most dominant athlete in all sports. Go. Just shout out a name.
All sports? That was my third
All of
one.
sports.
That was the third phase. I was gonna say,
We better hurry. Everybody better hurry. 'cause
Okay.
We only got like 2 minutes left, probably.
3 minutes, 30 seconds.
all right,
Okay.
we'll do this. I think it's between Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps, 100%. That's what I
Michael
was gonna
Phelps,
say.
good.
Tiger Woods.
Oh.
Or
Respect's funny.
Williams, the tennis player.
No, she
Serena?
loses.
Serena or Venus?
You would be surprised.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Legitimately, let me say tennis. Roger Federer.
Okay, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
You got to say Roger Federer. Look
He
at how
can
many
slap
times
those
he's
balls.
won championships. Like, and look at how long his career's been. Dude's ridiculous. In my opinion, he's more consistent than Djokovic, more consistent than Nadal, and he always wins whichever. I think it's the Wimbledon. He went. No, not Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
The
Wimbledon.
Masters.
They won the match.
He wins one tournament. He's won like 11 of them or something. It's
I don't
ridiculous.
understand a word you just said.
Ridiculous.
Right.
All right, so I got two. right now. Okay, you said one of them, Joey. Tiger Woods. Absolutely dominant.
Yeah.
Absolutely dominant.
Dude's pretty
And
lit.
the other dark horse I got right now, and he is the hands down, in my opinion, the most dominant athlete in his sport of all time, and his name is
Up check out.
Wayne Gretzky.
Okay.
Wayne Gretzky is the most dominant athlete in their sport of all time. You look at his stats, there is no one near him in the NHL. No one near him. And I don't think any of them will be broken either. The dude was ridiculous. No one really knows it, but because no one watches the NHL, but it is insane what Wayne Gretzky did. absolutely insane.
You think more insane than having, what is it, 23, 24 gold medals, whatever it is?
23 gold like a Michael Phelps.
Absolutely.
Oof.
Dude, Michael Phelps decided he was going to retire, and then 3 years later, decided, nah, I'll go for this Olympics, and he still won gold. Like, the dude hadn't trained for 3 years, came back and just freaking, I'll swim laps and just wait.
Miss me with that Michael Phelps noise.
You're killing me, bro.
Yeah, that's
Killing
insane.
me.
Wow.
It's swimming. It's a natural ability.
Pringle, what's your pick?
Oof. That's tough, man.
Wait, hold on. I want to go back to Cub just saying swimming's natural ability. You're telling me they don't train at all?
Michael Phelps can tie his shoes without bending his knees. His arms are so long. His body is sculpted.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Swimming's a natural ability.
I understand that he has to train super hard, but he's literally like his body is just like streamlined to swim.
I can tie my shoes without.
How much time do we have
Yeah,
left? Because we
same.
gotta
You don't
get
have
Scotty's gotta
shoelaces.
go,
Sorry,
and
1 minute.
I gotta get
1
mine.
minute.
Pringle,
Go
you gotta
ahead,
go.
Bell. I don't know yet.
Okay, my pick, the undisputed 150 plus and KD ratio, Chris Kyle.
Chris Kyle.
Wow.
Okay.
I actually,
Okay. I like
I'm gonna
it.
go out on a limb here. John Bones Jones.
Yeah.
I like
You
that.
can't even speak to that, bro.
Talk about
Only
the
thing
guy.
that got
home.
him was
I love
the
it.
law.
I hate that guy.
I love
hate that.
That guy
If
is.
I
he's
see that
something
guy
else.
in Albert, hey, when
he
you're a
has
cop
never
and you
lost
see him
to
in
anything
Albuquerque, you
besides
better
the
pull
law.
him over. Oh my God, I hate that
You're
guy.
not wrong, Engel.
I hate that guy. I hope that you see him and Bregman. And
Yeah, no kidding. Together.
He could be listening. Shh.
I want to see
Oh,
John.
wow. So,
I wanna see
scared
John-
of Bregman.
I want to see John Bones Jones and Uterus go 8 rounds in the ring. See what happens. I just
No,
want to.
I want to see John Bones Jones and
Uterus
Michael
wins. You know
Phelps go 9 rounds tying their shoes.
Michael Phelps wins because he just goes like this. Bang.
Yeah,
done.
With all those gold medals hanging off his neck, he just could bend down real easily.
Jesus.
Michael
Goodness
Phelps.
gracious, dude. Chris Kyle undisputed though.
Yep, that's my winner.
He would absolutely
Yep,
beat
absolutely.
John Bones Jones in a fight. I will say.
Hey, Chris Kyle, #1 pick overall, everything.
All
His
right, I
KD
think
ratio
we can-
undefeated.
I think we can
America, 2-0,
conclude this podcast with Chris Kyle being the GOAT.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Well, boys, another great podcast.
Did you?
Yes.
Is it over?
No.
You're still
Oh.
recording, Greg.
No,
still
we need
recording.
to
You
announce the
guys-
We need to
winner.
do an
Yeah.
outro.
Start now.
What an idiot.
Greg Zerline.
We need to do an outro. Thanks for coming. Appreciate y'all. Hope to see you next week.
We are perfect.